Are you ready for recognition?
We're ready for recognition.
Okay. So, congratulations to Rick and Ruth Cope. They went 4-star Silver Circle.
Woo!
And then we have our big 30 and 30 winners, the top 3. In third was Carrie Mink and Erica Petrie, the Rock and Rollin', with 20 enrollments. Second was Denise Ciancia and Denise Adams, double D's, with 23 enrollments. And a shocker, Adam Sisk and Julie Cyril with No Sleep Till Brooklyn with 24. Congratulations.
Woo! Way to go.
Good job, good job. And that's that. All right. You want me to continue on?
Yeah, so let's get this started. So everyone, this is Shannon Simm, and she's one of our rock star teammates, and she is taking on the leadership role tonight to host this call on finding your why. What is your why? And she's got a huge, powerful, moving, amazing story, and I think she's gonna get you guys excited and ready to find your own why. So, Shannon, I'm gonna let you take it away. Oh, Shannon, just say how long you've been with Isagenix, what your current rank is, and who got how you, just a little bit about you.
I started with Isagenix on June 1st, 2016, and I'm currently a manager, 1-star Silver Circle. And I have to thank Adam and Mary Beth Sisk for getting me started on this journey, and you as well, Robin, for helping me get on the right track here. And I love it. So thank you very much. All right. And I'm getting the computer going here. All right, here we go. All right. Can you see anything? All right.
Yep, we can see.
Okay. All right. So tonight I'm going to talk about the importance of your why. In talking with Dawn Cermak, she really helped me realize how important your why can be. I know my why is very important. My why has always been my why from the beginning. It has never changed, and I believe it's been very solid. So that is what I'll be talking about with you guys tonight. So the first thing I want to say is, if someone asked you, or I asked you, in one short sentence, would you be able to give me a very good, solid answer on what is your why? Think about it. Most of the time, everybody's why can be a little fuzzy, or you're not sure, or it could be a whole bunch of different whys under an umbrella. But you need one solid, good why. You need to make sure that your why you're doing what you're doing trumps your what. Not what are you doing it for, but why are you doing it? You also want to make yourself stand out and use your story to gain your prospects. In doing a little research, as I was looking for different information on why is important, certain things stood out to me. I personally, my story, I feel like it definitely gets out to people. And I know people can trust what my why is about, so that I feel like I'm building myself and my why to build their trust towards me. Even people that have known me for a very long time. So as long as you can build that trust, you're going to help build your business, because they're going to trust and believe in what you're saying, because your why has to be that powerful. When you're also telling your story, you want to make sure that, it's hard to explain. You want to make sure that your why is solid. You want to make sure that you are speaking it, sharing it, and showing it. Make sure that it's something about you, something that reflects who you are, because again, that goes back to making people trust you and what your why is, if that makes sense. One of the videos that was suggested to me to watch, which was really nice, was a Simon Sinek video, and inside it, he talks about this circle, which you can see on the screen. a lot of people, when they decide to talk about what it is that they do or what they sell or what they're about, they go from the outside in. So they start with their what, and then their how, and then their why. So he used an example of buying cars. The what, we sell cars. How, we give you great financing. Why? Because you need a car. I mean, and that kind of example, you're not going to buy a car from me because there's nothing important about any of that. So he talks about going from the why to the how to the what. To start with your why and talk about a purpose, a motivation. You want safety. You want your family in a car that will take you, millions of miles on the road, and you don't have to worry about filling up with gas. And it's a vehicle for your whole family to pass down, and it'll last all these years. And you just go on about this beautiful story, make people believe that they need this car. And then you talk about the how. You can bring in your financing, and then your what, because we sell the cars. So you go backwards. Start with your why, make it your purpose, make it motivating, and make people believe in you, but then work out. So it says act, think, and communicate from the inside out. Don't go from the outside in with your what, how to why. Start with your why and make it powerful, and then work to your how and your what. And one of the phrases he used is people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. So right there, those words right there. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. So that's a good example there. And the video I recommend is very good. Now, another part of it is your why clear? You have to be clear on your why. Like I said at the very beginning, a lot of people can have a whole bunch of different whys under one big umbrella, and it's not clear. Your why has got to stand out. It has to be clear. You make it solid. 2 ways you can find your why. And this was brought up in one of the things that I was reading. Go into a quiet room with no distractions, not on the call here, no kids around, no spouse around. Go into a quiet room, you and a piece of paper and a pen, and sit there. Ask yourself, why am I doing this? Give yourself one clear answer. Think clear your head of everything, and give yourself one clear answer. Why am I doing this? And then think about personal struggles, you may have had occur. And as Robin says, shout it out to the universe. Have you had an eating disorder? Could you just not lose weight? You tried every other plan out there, or you just can't get healthy. Think about all the different things, your self-esteem, lack of weight gain, lack of weight loss, lack of energy, motivation, whatever it is. Put all that together, and then you can make your why clear, but you have to give yourself the one answer. Why am I doing this? And then what are your personal struggles that create that why? I don't know if that's making sense to you, but I hope it is. My why, which I hope has been clear to everybody and anybody that has gone on my personal Facebook page, is I call him my tiny hero, is my son Nathan. He's not that tiny anymore. He's about to turn 5, and he's a very, very tall, big boy. But my why has become him. My husband and I are blessed to have such an amazing little boy. But he was born with what's called fibular hemimelia. So he was born missing his lower right leg. He had 2 little toes on the end of his foot. So he had an amputation done at one, and then 30 days later, he had a second surgery due to an infection. So for a 1-year-old to go through that, to be born like that, he's already a hero in my eyes, and everything he still has to go through and challenges he has to go through on a daily basis, I have to be there for him. He wears a prosthetic leg. He's had it since he was 1.5. And the far picture where it says 2 years ago, time hop, the first time he ever stood on 2 legs. First time he ever stood up on 2 legs, and he was 17 months or 15 months old. He's almost 50 pounds. When he doesn't wear his prosthetic leg, I have to hold him, I have to carry him, I have to take him from point A to B. I also have rods in my spine, so for me, I'm a weak person. Prior to June 2016, I was lazy, I was tired, and I couldn't keep up, and I just felt like crap, to be honest. And I decided that something had to change. Now that something has changed, it's put power into me that I can't stop it now, because I have to be there for my why, my tiny hero, my Nathan. because I have to continue to hold him and carry him and take care of him and be there for him. So my why has become my son. My why has also become for my son, because anything that I can do and any income I can make, I want to put away and put aside for him, for his legs, because they're not cheap. He's on leg number 6. Who knows when 7 is? I'm still not sure who's paid for leg 5, 6, 4, 5, and 6. That's my why. My why is so my family, my husband and I, can take care of this little boy. That is my why. He is my everything. He is my why I do this. He's why I do anything. And in some of my posts on Facebook, you'll see I write it down and I say, I do what I do for him. So your why should inspire you to be your best. Write it down. Write your why down. I write mine down. My why is my son. I do what I do for him. Write it from your heart, not from your head. Mine is coming from my heart because of this little boy right here. You can see he's silly, crazy. There he's running. He was in a commercial. He's got his leg on. But then there's a picture here where he doesn't have his leg on. You can kind of get a picture. I have to carry him around. I have to be there for my son. I have to make sure that I can provide for him. He is my why. What makes you get out of bed every day? My son. What is your passion and your main purpose? My son. My why is very clear. So you got to make sure when you're creating your why that it's that clear. Write it down from your heart, not your head. Think about what makes you get out of bed every day and what your main purpose is and your passion. You want to build a trust by being yourself. Everything that I've read and I've been watching, they talk about that you'll build a better success when you share something about you, because your prospects will be more than likely to share about themselves, which is true. Even though some of the people who've responded to certain posts I've made don't necessarily either right away or even at all inquire about what I'm doing, they respond to the post about how my son looks in the picture, or like the one where he was sitting in the previous post on top of the Isogenics box on my porch. They get it. They see it. They relate to it. And I've had parents come to me with their children with different issues, and they just say, "You're a great mom. Keep up what you're doing." So it's getting their attention. I'm building their trust because I'm sharing something about me. And it opens the door to hopefully build a better business for myself by building that trust with these people. When you understand what drives them, then you can serve them too. Because, example, a beautiful young woman tonight, I did a call with her, and they have a daughter with cystic fibrosis. So our conversation became about that. And she's starting her 30-day program on Saturday, because I don't know how the connection came, but the trust is there. And so besides talking everything else, we've talked about our kids. We talked about their struggles and their differences. And we talked about so much more, but it became a part of that trust. When you're clear on your why, it will help you build your business. I think that my example right there is the point of how that works. Just be yourself. Make them trust you. Sometimes I feel like people may not trust me on certain posts, but anytime it has to do with myself and sharing with my son, I feel like that opens a whole nother door, because that trust is right there, because they see that I'm talking about something that is passionate to me, which is my child. And I put the little line in there, build it and they will come, a little kind of field of dreams line, but it's true. Build the trust and they will come to you, because they will trust in you. If they believe in you and they trust you, they'll come to you. And then share what lights you up, what builds that trust. Right there, my baby boy. That's my trust right there. People who see my posts or talk to me, even just talking to me about my son, that I build a trust with them in that way. And I feel like that opens so many different doors. And plus, he's just a great kid. I have to add that in. But share what personally lights you up when you talk with someone. Don't make it all about business. Don't make it all about getting the sale done, if you want to say it. It's not all about that. You want to talk to them, open up to them, let them open up to you, and then you build a foundation for the whole relationship between you and your potential customer or client or enrollment. Just be you, be positive, and be real. Your why will shine through. Here's just a couple little things post that I put this is my heart, this is my why, and this was in September on the 14th. This is my why, my heart, my little love, my passion, my baby boy. And I just put pictures of my son up, just doing silly different things. I mean, right there, I'm telling you what my why is. And it's just my son. I got a couple comments and a couple likes, but right there, I'm telling everybody, I'm shouting it out to the universe, what my why is, why I do what I do. Then I get some messages back you can see from other people. And another post I did back in August, I just talking about my son, and it just says at the end, I do what I do for him. So I'm being me, I'm being positive, and I'm being real. And it kind of opens all the other doors for people to then come to me. If you believe in your why, which of course I believe in my little one, believe in it no matter what. In the beginning, it was hard. I didn't have a very good support system at all. Pretty much it was non-existent, and it was a very big struggle. My husband was not very supportive of any of it. And, his words were, your job is our son. Absolutely it is. But he didn't want me doing any kind of work otherwise. Now I think he sees the difference. And that's the big part, because now I am getting more support and I'm getting more trust. And now my made my why bigger than that, his disapproval. I was doing it anyway. He had no idea that I was building a business anyway, because I made my why bigger than what he was saying that he didn't want me to do. Now he's fine. And your why has to be so powerful, which mine was, because I decided to do it for my son and myself and continue to do it. And he had no idea. Now he knows, and he's okay. And you have to sometimes just believe in yourself. And again, when that why is bigger, you'll do it. People will also do business if they believe in what you believe. So again, I believe in my son. I believe in what I'm doing for my son. What I'm doing in building my business, I'm doing so I can do things for my son and my husband. Maybe he can retire early. If I can do what I can for my family and my son, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to make people believe that. And when they believe that, they'll come to me. Like it says, I didn't even read the second to last bullet point. If you wholeheartedly believe in your why, others will believe in you. And it's absolutely true. But going back to the first slide, you have to believe in your why. What is your why? You have to know what your why is, and you have to make it clear. Make your connections and make it clear to everyone. And then your why is strong enough. You need to stand up for it, which I did. And I'm proud of myself for that. When you find your why, you'll find your way. Okay, any questions?
Well, I don't have a question, but I have a comment. Shannon, your why has been clear to me since day one. And your love for that little boy shines through in every single thing you do, every post that you do, everything about you. That love for him, it's so pure and it's so joyful, and it's at the core. I mean, you do a really good job communicating and letting everybody see your why. You're one of the best examples of what that is. And then I also want to share, Jill's on the call, and
yes.
we were talking, Jill, are you there?
Yes.
So Jill and I were talking about her why the other day, and Jill's always said that, if she had money, she'd love to, have a big farm and have an animal shelter, right, Jill? It was always about the animals, and that you would, and that's what you would do. And then when we were talking on Sunday, I feel like you actually really vocalized and really connected with your why in such a real way. And I got that so much clearer and bigger and stronger than the animal shut. Not that I'm saying that's, I know that's your passion. I know that's your thing. But do you remember what you said on Sunday? What your real why is?
No, and it's sort of driven it all along, and it's my Poppy. It's the fact that she's 12. I have 6 years left with her until she, that real childhood time when you get with your child. I put her in school at like 7:20 a.m. I pick her up at 6 p.m. every day. I'm divorced, so I only have her 50% of the time. So if I really get down and dark about this, I have 3 years with her. You know what I mean? And I just really want to soak it up. I want us to have time and experiences, not things. I want to have all the time where she is not in school 12 hours a day, where we can have trips and build memories and just enjoy our lives. I just feel like it would just be so impactful for me to just have that freedom and that time, that precious, precious time.
And Jill, I know you're working really hard, and that gets you out of bed in the morning. That gets you up early to do the things that you have to do before you go to work. That gets you, on calls when you come home at night after working a 8-10 hour day, and with a commute on either end. Like, you're clearly really committed to that why, because you're working really hard to make it happen, and to make that, have the extra money to do those special things with her. I get it. So thanks for sharing that. Robin, what's your why? Is it sitting in your lap?
Yeah, it was real. I did a call for Drew Berman the other night, and he said, well, tell us a little bit about your isogenic story. And, I've now fine-tuned mine, to the point where, a lot of millionaires get up on the isogenic stage, and they say that Isagenix gave their family time freedom, right, Jill? And gave them time with their family. And basically, I really hold it to Isagenix has given me my family, because there's no way I would have chosen to have my 2 babies if I didn't have the time freedom and the financial freedom that I do because of Isagenix. And being able, I really try and not post every day, me laying around with them, because that's all I want to post about is me laying in bed and snuggling and just enjoying them, all day long, because that's what I get to do now. And, it's awesome to be able to do these calls with Crosby in my lap and Quincy coming running in and, just saying hi to everybody. And, this is not a job, this is, I love my hashtag. Hashtag work, not work. That's my new thing. Hashtag work, not. Instead of sorry, not sorry, it's work, not work. So.
Sorry, that's me.
Why is right here. I don't know who's beeping.
What's that noise?
It's
Everybody mute yourself.
Sorry, that was me. My phone died. My phone was dying, so I was trying to get on the computer at the same time, and I was echoing the call out. So sorry about that. But I wanted to hear the end of it. Does anybody else want to share their why? Because so far it's all about our kids, right? Loud and clear. Does anybody else have a why that they want to share and like declare it? Think about what Shannon said. Think about, you might know your why. You might know your why, but you need to be able to communicate it out in such a clear and concise way that people, they get it right away. Like Shannon, she can communicate it right like that. And it's amazing. Robin can communicate it like that. Isagenix gave her family. Like, she wouldn't be able to have done what she did if it wasn't for this lifestyle, this company, like that we can live the way that we live. Does anybody else want to share their why?
I'll tell mine.
Awesome.
I am a first generation. Nobody in my family besides me has graduated from college. The whole family, dies early, lives sick, lives poor. And I mean, like, less than food stamps poor. And I want to rewrite my family's legacy. I want, in the future, when they look, I'm going to cry, when they look at our last name, they won't associate it with people that die early and live very poorly. I want to fix it and bring my girls with me. I have 3 daughters. And I just want to change that future for them.
I when you shared that with me, I was speechless. Every time I hear you talk about it, it's like it doesn't get any more powerful than that. So do you guys get it? Like it's your why. Yes, you want to pay off debt, right? Everybody wants to pay off debt. Everybody wants to be out of credit card debt, but that's not your why. It's got to be like from your heart. It's got to be like in your soul. It's got to be like, and people, what did you say, Shannon? What was on that slide? Why do people buy from you? But why do people buy from you?
Because they trust you.
But what was the line?
People don't buy from you for what you sell. They buy from you for why you do it.
They buy from
Something
you
like
for
that.
why
Mhm.
you do it.
They don't buy from you for what you do. They buy from you because why you do it.
That's right. They buy based on emotion. People buy. I know we don't buy. We share. We enroll. We help people. We coach people. But people make decisions based on emotional connection. Right? That's what you said, right, Shannon? That's why they're making their decision based on an emotional connection. So the better you get at being really clear about why you're doing this, really clear about why you took your why you took your health on, really clear about why you're doing this business as a business. If you get really clear and connected to your own why, other people are going to connect to it too. Adam's very connected to his why. He's very clear about it. Adam, like, is there anybody on this call that doesn't know Adam's why? Loud and clear. Right? So that's where if you're not there, if you're not clear on your why, if you're not strong and powerful on your why, you need to get there. Use what Shannon gave you, go sit in a room with a piece of paper and a pencil until you figure it out, because that's going to take you through the hard times. That's going to take you through the dry spells. But more than that, it's why people are going to connect with you. Right, Shannon? Isn't that what you just told us?
Mm-hmm.
That's going to build people's trust. Your passion about your why is going to build their trust in you.
Mm-hmm. If they believe in what you believe, they'll trust you and they'll believe you.
Yeah.
You have to believe in your why for them to believe in your why.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it's as simple as that. Does anybody have anything to add or anything to share? Is there anybody else that wants to share their why? Or maybe they had they want to share that they thought they knew what their why was, but now they're seeing that they really need to maybe get connected to it at a deeper level.
I'll say something, not about that, but about Shannon. And maybe a lot of you don't know her difficulties when she first started with Isogenics and hanging out with us a little bit more. When she said it, she had no support. She had it was less than no support. It was actually, they were against it. They weren't not supporting her. They didn't want her to do it. And she identified her why at a very early time. And whether she knew it or not, she always knew that he was the why, but she used that perhaps unconsciously to say, you know what, I'm doing this anyway. I don't care what, my husband says right now, and I don't care about this, and I don't care what my mom says about this right now. I'm going to do it anyway. And yeah, there was times I thought maybe we were going to lose her, but we rallied around her, and she stayed strong, and she came out a winner, just like I always knew she would. So, Shannon, congrats. We are so happy you're still with us, and we're going to see and make sure that you take this as far as possible.
Thank you. And I have to say, the support I got from Adam and Mary Beth and Robin and Dawn, from everybody, kind of giving me that support when I wasn't getting the support from my husband or my mom. Like you said, it wasn't that I had zero support. It was even in the negative. And I still had to do it. I did it for myself and I did it for Nathan. But now, I wouldn't have been at Celebration if I didn't have some support now from my husband. So I built that trust with them. I built that trust and kind of showed them my why. But Adam and Robin and Don all rallied behind me, stuck with me, supported me, and gave me that encouragement. And I have to thank them because they helped me get to where I am now. So thank you.
Awesome. Shannon, you did a great job.
Thank you.
And you did a great job putting this all together. And if anybody hasn't watched the Simon Sinek video, maybe we could get that posted
Mhm.
on Dream Achieve Repeat so that the people who haven't seen it can have access.
I'll post it.
Okay, that would be awesome.
And I have to thank Jill because Jill is a rock star. I'm very computer illiterate, and she is a rock star with slideshows. So thank you, Jill. Teamwork. That's what it's about.
I just pasted it in. You just gave me everything. It was just pasting it in.
Thank you.
It was good content. I loved working on it. Seeing all
Thank
the
you.
pictures.
All right. Now everybody go write your why down in a dark spot in the
There
corner
you
of the room.
go. All right. Thanks everybody for getting on the call. It's recorded, and as soon as the recording comes through, I'll get it posted so the people that weren't able to join us can watch it later. So
I'm already in the dark.
What's
Awesome
that?
job, Shannon.
Yeah, really good job, Shannon.
Thank you.